Tonight get ready for a fantastic show with Derek Jakov.
I have to ask you, Gary, what do you think about the fact that your movie is now number one in the box office with 500 million in the opening weekend? It is a sight to behold, and you've broken so many box office records with this. What say you in your part?
Quite amazing, master. No one's ever done this before what I've done now, so I shall be my own self. I shall say it, my good sir. I'm the best actor that ever lived. I've carried this movie on my back. And, well, my supporting actors did a good job, but just so you know, this movie is something you should see if you haven't already, which I'd be surprised by. It follows the story of my character, David Gilbert, as he goes on to find out that he is actually an accountant for an evil organization, and he fights his way through goblins while he goes to infiltrate it again after he gets fired. Where he goes is no means escaping, and there is no ends to my means, as it will always be a great movie, and I shall see the box office again. I do gotta say, I am impressed with your skill and attributes, though, as a host for a talk show. I would like to be one day. Maybe I'll take your place. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe one day. Maybe one day, maybe one day, maybe one day, I will have that spot. But for now, David Gilbert in Goblin Hunter Accountant will sit there as an amazing character I've played.
It appears as if we're getting some interference. None of that was recorded. None of that is on live TV, apparently. It's just blinked out of existence somehow. We need to cut to commercial! Cut to commercial!
I've been falling. I've not been able to stand in a single place for too long. What happened? What happened? It feels like I just got kicked out of a dimension or something. Yeah, kicked out of my own home dimension, it feels like, almost. Is this what it's like to be way too powerful sometimes? Maybe it is.
Encode silence into database. Incorporate silence into power stream.
Where the hell is that traveler or entity, whatever it wants to call himself? I am falling again. I feel my body shifting through it once more, not able to find a solid plane of existence to land on. Here we go again.
Where the hell did Gary go, and who are you, my good sir? Seriously, where is he and who are you?
Finally, somewhere solid. Sorry about your guest, I'm assuming. This looks like a talk show set. Whenever I phase out of existence here again shortly, he will be put back into place. I feel a little awkward here. I'm sorry. Things beyond your comprehension are happening. Figure it out. Glyphran, you are going to figure this out once again. Glyphran is my name, by the way. I got to figure out what's happening. I need to figure out what I am doing. So, goodbye. Oh, I see that you want to answer questions. Or have answered questions, I should say. Well, Quite simply, I am a very powerful being from not even this dimension. There are multiple dimensions in one dimension that have the same name. We are currently residing in the third dimension. I am a 12th-ish dimensional being now. I've met others, mainly something called the Entity / the Traveler, who is a very high bar. A 100th dimensional being. Very much someone you want to be powerful as. But they are more powerful than the silence itself, and they are doing something that is trying to save someone or something. I'm not sure yet. Beyond my own scope. Am I concerned with it? No. It's no longer my business what happens. He did just basically eternally punish universe to a eternal loop just to save it. Pretty sure he removed me from the equation though, which is thankful. I don't want to be stuck in an infinite loop, but others are, including very powerful gods, multiple of them, yes. And I'm gonna just have to deal with it and go on my own. Go on my own. Travel on my own. What the fuck are you talking about? What a weird talk show, but I'm falling once more. Here we go. Eternally more. This time it feels different. Something is off. Endless. 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 The only words to describe it. Pity it. Fear it. Make notes of it. Every last one. Nothing changes. Darkness, silence, static, entities, travelers, gods of destruction, Massimo, and singularities. Silence never falls and never differs. Only things that change is how we see it, how we perceive it, how we understand it, how we talk about it. If you asked me, well, I don't even know how many years ago now, I'm gonna guess in the range of a Googleplexian, I would have said it was different. I have seen and experienced my own death. How am I alive? By being dead. I went back to my home universe, faced down the thing that was causing it to be a problem, and died, sacrificed myself. But can you really kill or even defeat an immortal? Or basically, at that point, an immortal god. And then when you come back to the universe, you needed to understand more, take care of more, and see more of. You get wrapped into something bigger, more life-size, more insane. The darkness that followed, the end of an Omniverse, the beginning of the silence, and the revival of an Omniverse, not to mention the Giga Hyper Omniverses, the multitude of them, just in one dimension that is located within the third dimension. I understand it now. Being a 12th dimensional being doesn't mean I necessarily can travel between the other dimensions in going from, well, 13 and up. But I found a way. I've exceeded it since we last met. folks. I'm a 59th dimensional being. I don't know how I have achieved it, but I see the entity. It's whatever it is. It's these noises that you hear, these things that are strange. They're the sounds of it all. Don't know even how to really describe it. Beautiful, almost beautiful, in a way. An internal dark tunnel. Makes a lot of fun right now. Darkness, silence, eternity, life and death, more powerful than it. But the entity, the traveler, whatever it is, it's not the only one of its own. There's more of it. More versions of it. One that is even more powerful than it, but you never see it. It is doing something different. It is going throughout and doing something different. It's just having its own plans. The traveler that I know, the entity that I know, is going to be referred to as the Entity A. His plans have succeeded, and now he's a 120th dimensional being. Impressive. He literally has, well, done it. He's preserved so many. Preserved so many. Interesting, is it? To walk out, barely even recognize yourself sometimes. You see it, don't you? Light itself, traveling. Wherever I've gone is quite messy, but in the infiniteness of it all, you do have to wonder, what do these machines do? Hi, I'm Glyphran, and I have taken over this body. This is a Nerf gun. This I can turn into something more powerful. With being Glyphran is part of the job. Being this powerful. Where did I go wrong this many years ago? That door is where I came out of. I do whatever I have to do, don't I? Am I in the wrong for being someone that's me? I'm not even, well, I'm the third most powerful being now. I've exceeded the power of even the silence itself. So let's be honest. Here's who I would rate in the top 10 of most powerful. Number 10, Omisam, the god of the inverse. Massimo, god of destruction. Lizzie, the bringer, at 7. Now at 6 we have, well, this one's close, Dave, the anomaly. Was that his name? I'm not even sure now. Then we have, rest in peace of soul, Ascension, the aspect of immortality is what he would be more referred by. He's at number 5. At number 4, we have the Eternity Machine, or also known as Eternity, as he likes to go by. Quite literally very powerful. Eternity, no problem. In this confusing mess of things, it is almost certain what happens.
Could it be? No. Would it be? Yes. Why is it? Why is it? That's it. 4. 3 is the silence. 2 is me, the immortal, the Glyphran. And 1 is the entity A. Elimination. Silence. Converter enabled. Effort intuitively enabled. Again, he's going at it. It's going at it. Whatever it is. Just by any pronouns, by the way. I mean, when you're a formless, shapeless being, it doesn't even retain a form. It's weird. Where did his body go? Where did its body go? Where did its body go? I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm seeing nothing of use. So much junk, so much nothing. I'm stuck in a universe with a thing that doctors used to use or still do. Hey, this even hurts me. And it even makes me kick. See, this is always useful. You never know what would it be. Like this. Why 2 HDMIs so close to each other? And also, why a marker saying bad? It's reversed for you, isn't it? I don't know who I'm saying this out to. It just says bad. Kinda works that way. But the A is upside down. I think you get it. It says bad. It works kind of that way because it keeps it all neat. I don't get it. No one should. But why? Why these random things? Scattered random things. Action, 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 action. We're in a movie. Action, action. Movies are just other universes themselves. They exist out there. But being who's traveled through all of them. What's your favorite movie example? Jurassic Marsh? Good choice. I love Jurassic Marsh. I've been to the universe it's in. There's these idea fields. They pulse throughout dimensions. They pulse throughout multiverses. They pulse throughout omniverses. Some more wild than others. You could say that Doctor Who could be a TV show in another universe. It could be. You never know. The multiverse is so large, so infinite, that it doesn't just have to be based off of decisions you make. It could be having Daleks roam around for no reason, or just the mere thought of it all. Potentiality in it all. There's a toaster oven here. What do you do with such a great, large area? You just think, you act, you wonder almost. Because this place seems quite dead. So you wonder, what did someone use this for? It looks like a roller, but what did they use it for? It is measurement based. It is useful, almost.
No one saw that. But what does it all do? What does any of us do anyway? Septillions, if not quadrillions, if not googleplexions, if not an infinite amount of time I have lived and experienced, and yet I don't understand why it must go on. Eternal suffrage. Funny. Pain. Funny. Ending. Endings never happen. I really thought I was gone that time. Really, really did. And guess who comes back? Me. Why did I come back? Who knows? Why is this here? Who knows? A random, weird things always happen. It just happens in ways you wouldn't expect. Most of us only live to 70. Other species, like what I originated as, a wood elf, live 700 years. By the time I became a great wizard, I was 1,012 years old. Why? How did I exceed that? I was still in tip-top shape, jumping around, doing all the things, but retired. I was fishing. But why was I still healthy? My years of adventuring as a fighter, death did not become afraid of me. But kind of. The Raven spoke out. Raven offered me a job. The Raven waited, wondering if I ever wanted a job. Maybe I do. But now, I have no choice. There's nothing after this level. The only things up from here from being, well, what I am now as we're speaking, I've went up to 67th dimensional being. Which is weird. I didn't even do that. I didn't do anything to do that. Something like the entities or silence made me that more powerful. What it is, simply, is never a joke, never a chance, never a simplistic thing. Where we stand here is where we fall, and I lived too long. Now there is nothing after it. That Raven and that death, dead, lost to history, lived too long. There is no rest for me now. There's no paradise. There's no endlessness. There's only where I go. Glyphran, the immortal. Glyphran, the one who walks forever. Glyphran, the being of time. Glyphran, killer of life. Glyphran, destroyer of time. Glyphran, the tired one. The entities have their nicknames. The entity, the traveler, the lost ones. The beings, the edge, the reality warpers, the silence breakers, the physics breakers, the damned, the curious. But I get nicknames like Glyphran, the sad one, or Glyphran, the eternally lost. More or less, one day soon, I see it. off in the horizons, a bird will land on a canyon. It'll take one rock from that canyon and move it an inch over. This will happen every septillion years until that canyon is moved 1 inch over. And then it will start with the first rocket move and move it again an inch. It'll repeat this process until an entire canyon is moved across the world to be on top of the other half of the canyon it was on. And that process will be barely a denomination of how long I lived. Imagine being so old, so angry, so tired. What happens when that bird lands next to me? It is said that in my final true moments, a bird will land next to me and it will say nothing. It will transform itself into a thing, an entity, death, who knows? It doesn't matter to me. All that matters is that it will be me that knows what happens next. Will I die? Will I live? That's really a question I'm afraid to ask. What will happen? What will always happen? Are these just the consequences of being mortal? Is it no other rights than death that you don't have? There is nothing. Lost in the sea of time forevermore. What good does it have to be an immortal being? I'm stuck in this extremely tiny universe that is only that room, that staircase to nowhere. There is a door up there. It opens to nothing. Quite literally opens to nothing. Just a wall. A broom closet, technically, but it's this, that door. There's a door. Oh yeah, those doors that also leads to just a furnace, and then there's a wall. And then finally, that door. Oh shoot. That door right there, that leads to nothing also. It opens towards me. No, actually it doesn't. It opens outwards. The thing is, there's just nothing. Another broom closet with nothing in it. Broom closet up there. Boiler room with water tank in the wall. That office. That door. And that door. Broom closets. Right after the hot water heater is a wall. Right? That wall is impressive in its own. Just a wall. It seems like you would be able to break through it, and I would. Nothing. Nothing broke through it. I'm trying to portal my way out of this universe, but as I said, I was falling. Falling for a long time. There was a nice PC setup in there. But I was falling. For such a long time. Maybe the reason this universe is dead is that it collapsed
interesting memorabilia, though. It seems like this may be the graveyard of other universes entirely. Say, a universe where Doctor Who is a TV show. Say, where all these random things matter. All these random things all add up to something or another. Your finger can't be placed on it. Doesn't make sense. Ever. Doesn't make sense ever. Am I kidding? What type of question is that? It always makes sense to someone. Pretty sick looking shield. It's a Warrior Valier shield. Strongest army in the universe I've been to. They wield these shields and the most powerful swords you could ever imagine. Except when they met me, they were impressed almost. This isn't me gloating myself. You've no idea what I've done. Why I can't be just alone. Just left. My own whims, my own devices, my own power. If all that is included in it are minuscule, tiny things always behaving differently, then you have things that travel, things that matter, things that differ, things that almost intrigue. Statues made of wood is something that used to be common. But this is a figurine made for crafting, made for holding. Trophy almost. Dancing time. Dancing. Always dancing. You could say I was wrong. Flawed. Indifferent. I'd maybe agree with you. A sword of valor rests here too. This is the sword of valor. Powerful. Very powerful. That held the soul of a dead god in it. And every single one of them had a dead god powering it. There are so many dead gods in that universe. Basically every last one of them. And they died long before these swords were made, but their last will and testaments were to make these swords. I guess I understand it in a way. If I were to die, I would want it. The bird to sit next to me. The bird to sit next to me. The bird almost. Chirp, 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 chirp.
You won't be able to see it. I'm sorry for that. But I will mark where the bird is going and roughly make the sounds it's making with me mouth. Chirp, 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 chirp. The bird will land and sit next to you and turn into a man. Glyphran, don't go over there. You see me, right? Clear day. I'll show the camera that I look exactly almost like you. A mirror image, yes. Would it please you to live? Please you to die? I'm trapped in this universe. What do you think? Glyphran, man, we escaped it all. Do you think I wanted to? At the time, you sure definitely did. No, never. How many universes were saved because of you? How many people's lives were being able to live on to their full potential because of you? Infinite. Almost. Isn't it? No. 517, 349. No, that's not it. 17 non-davigillion, which is approximately 13. Well, no, it was 13x the number of atoms across every multiverse. Which for you folks at home, multiply the number of atoms in your universe by, well, have it be to the power of 3,000 trillion? No. 10 Googleplex, Googleplex, Googleplex. 10 to the power of a Googleplex to the power of a Googleplex to the power of a Googleplex. That's it? Really? Huh. That would be more. You're the bird. Indivisible. Invisible. No. I'm just your conscious speaking. You're alone in this universe. The bird was never going to land next to you. The bird was always going to land next to you in your mind for when you were about to die. You'd say all these words verbally. Nevermore, never less. Never the time, never the fight for you, Glyphran, the immortal. You can rest easy now. Glyphran, sit. What? 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 Just relax. Relaxation has never been an option. Feel it fade away. Glyphran. Close your eyes. Go to sleep. Relax your legs. Good. Rest in peace. Glyphran.
Rest in peace, Glyphran. Rest in peace, Glyphran. Glyphran, live a good life. Many would say yes. Welcome back to the multiverse. Did Glyphran, the immortal, the one with an unknown last name, live a good life? Did Glyphran live a good life? Yes, he did. Many could say he was a being purely with power. A bird that would lay next to him, be the causing factor of his death. Many would assume the bird was fake. He just died sitting there. But the bird was very much real. Very much real in a way. Did it do it to him? Did Glyphran die that way? Yes, the bird landed next to him and gave him peacefulness, almost. His own life back. He never lived. Peacefulness. He's reliving his life to the fullest extent. He is becoming who he needed. He finally gets to relax. Thank you for watching.